See, this is cool. This is what I was kind of waiting for. Like, if you're not familiar with the Jack the Ripper,
We were
wait,
less than
Baker Street,
200 feet away from the
October
first
7th,
victim a few
3
minutes before
p.m.
she was murdered. We might even have heard the murderer's voice, and we haven't done a thing for the past week.
You're the one not doing anything, Watson. For my part, I have been working, and as you know, I've made good use of this week by tracking down and verifying all of the solid facts on these two murders to write up the notes that are on my desk, read them over again, and try to gain a bit of perspective.
He'd be taking breaks and have Watson do all the dirty work. Now, what I was going to say, if you're not familiar with the case, Jack the Ripper murdered, I think, between 5 and 8 women in 1888 in like a few months, something like this. And at one point, he killed 2 people in one night. That's the case we're about to be on. I think after the 2 in 1 night, he does his most gruesome case, which they might have in here. I'm gonna read this entire thing, so bear with me. Okay. Note on the murder of Liz Stride in Dutfield's yard. Note on no. Certain information I have collected must be verified. Liz Stride, nicknamed Long Liz, 45 years old, height 5'5", 5 feet 5 inches, occasional prostitute, just occasionally. She lived for the past 3 years in a stormy relationship with a certain Kidney, a waterside laborer, 36 years of age, whom she left a few days earlier. She charged him with assault but failed to appear in court, and the case was thrown out. The victim was discovered dead by one Louis Dimeschutz at 1 o'clock in the morning on September 30th. The man's first thought was to verify if his wife in the building next door was still alive before sounding the alarm. The 2 doctors who came, at the police request, to the scene of the crime in the moments after the discovery of the corpse put the time of death after 12:46 a.m., cause of death, hemorrhage due to a throat injury. The weapon was a small knife with a large blunt edge. The verification of the statement is necessary. Could this wound have been caused by another tool? I don't know. Neither the body nor the clothes were damaged, soiled, or disturbed by the killer. The right hand was open, stained with blood, and resting on the chest. The left hand was on the ground, partially closed, holding a pocket of pastils. Wait, where did we even get these notes from? Okay, what's a packet of pastils? The location of the discovery was a courtyard called Dutfield's Yard, whose doors lead onto Burner Street in Whitechapel. The victim was found stretched out on the ground a few inches from the wall of one of the buildings served by this courtyard, the International Working Men's Club. This association, composed mainly of Jews originally from Russia and Poland, were organizing a conference that night on the subject, Why Should Jews Be Socialist?, presided by Mr. Morris Eagle. Ah, we saw that flyer. The meeting ended around 11:30 p.m., but many members remained to debate and sing within the premises of the association. An American present that evening declared to have been in the courtyard at 12:20 a.m. and went to the street and didn't see anything unusual. He then returned back into the club, but his estimation of time spent outside is approximate at best. Okay, we're doing another timeline kind of thing. 2 witnesses were quoted by the press. Constable Smith, who was doing his rounds in the area on the night in question, and a Hungarian by the name of Schwartz, who made his statement at the police station accompanied by an interpreter because he does not speak English. The transcription of these statements by the press should be treated with caution. It would be advisable, if at all possible, to consult the exact content. Observe the clothing worn by the victim as well as her possession at the time of the discovery of the body. Clothing: long, black, cloth jacket, fur trimmed round the bottom with a red rose and white maidenhair fern pinned to it. Black skirt, black crepe bonnet, checked neck scarf knotted on left side, dark brown velveteen bodice, 2 light serge petticoats. Man, she had some clothes on. Is this game difficult? Sabi? You know, it ebbs and flows. The puzzles can be really challenging. That Civil War puzzle was the hardest one because there was literally no way. It was impossible for me to know that without cheating. And I couldn't even cheat because I couldn't even find anything. So I was fortunate. Literally divine guidance. I don't know, Bunny. There's somebody here, Bunny, helped me find all the answers to that puzzle. But I feel like most of them I've been able to solve with a little hint here and there. I feel like how hard the puzzles are is okay because the game is fun. Liz was dressed rather warmly. She had a lot of layers on, a ton. We're still going. One white chemise, white stockings, spring-sided boots, 2 handkerchiefs. One is noticed to have fruit stains on it, a thimble, a piece of wool wound around a card. In the pocket in her underskirt, a key, a small piece of lead pencil, 6 large and 1 small button, a comb, a broken piece of comb, a metal spoon, a hook, as from a dress, a piece of muslin, 1 or 2 small pieces of paper. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't feel like any of these items that she had on her were particularly useful. I mean, probably the key, probably to her house. Pencil, you gotta write stuff down, okay. But everything else kind of like little, I mean, a comb, I guess, is, you know, something you need. Yeah, and this is actually a really fun game. I hope that puzzle, if you ever want to play this game, I hope that puzzle doesn't deter anyone. It's a terrible puzzle. But the rest of the game, I really am giving this game kind of like a 9 out of 10. It really fits everything that I kind of like in just in general. Not even in gameplay, just in like vibe and stuff like that. I just like it. It's a fun game. It's fun feeling like a detective. All right, we have these notes. I know he's gonna have Watson do a timeline. I just know it.
I have read and reread them, but give me something to do then. A task where I can get stuck in, because
Find me a slaughterhouse that will give us exclusive use of its block for an hour. And find me, in your opinion, which common animal shares the most characteristics with humans from a physiological point of view.
A pig! I was gonna say that.
I know why I asked that question. Pray, find a dozen fresh pig's heads, Watson. Not big heads, I prefer small ones.
sows?
That's it, Watson. As soon as you have done that, let me know. I request that you search in Whitechapel. Who knows? Perhaps you will learn something about where Dr. Tumblety may be hiding. There is also no shortage of slaughterhouses and pig's heads in those parts.
I knew the answer to that. You control Watson. Because in 8th grade, 9th grade, I think it was 8th grade or 7th grade, one of those, we had to dissect pigs. And the reason was because, well, it's a science class, but also because pigs have the closest anatomy to us that we know of, which is frightening and interesting when you really think about the whole dynamic there. But he wants me to get 12 pig heads. He wants me to go to a slaughterhouse. Look at this man chilling. He got comfortable. He wants me to go to a slaughterhouse and get 12 pig heads, sows heads. As soon as you wait, okay, so wait. Find me a slaughterhouse that gives the exclusive use of its block for an hour. So we need a slaughterhouse. We need the block. We need to hold the block down. And 12 pig heads. As soon as you've done that, let me know. I know where this is a slaughterhouse, actually. Watson's an expert. Something finally I can do. Oh my goodness. Whew, I know where the slaughterhouse is. I frequent there every now and then. Big fan.
What a ridiculous idea to have asked Holmes for something to do. Where on earth am I going to find what he wants? Perhaps that kind Lucy will be able to help me.
We don't need Lucy's help. The slaughterhouse is right here, Watson. Unless there's 2 slaughterhouses. Look at butcher, right? I guess a butcher isn't a slaughterhouse, but it's got to be nearby. It's got to be nearby. Oh wait. Oh no, that's just Buck's Row. I guess I gotta go talk to Lucy. I was feeling pretty confident, but I guess I don't know where the slaughterhouse is. I still feel like I could find it on my own, but it's you're still a detective when you ask for help. That's half of detecting, really. Lucy lives over.
Let's go to Miss Bella's.
Is she not at home? She's at work. She on the clock right now. Miss Bella's. I think this is Miss Bella's is this is the place, right? This is a brothel.
Good evening, Lucy. But is something wrong?
Good evening, Dr. Watson. Yes, it's my uncle. He's no longer with us.
Oh, rest in
Please
peace.
accept my condolences, miss.
Thank you, Doctor. But why are you here? Can I help you?
Butcher's murders. Let's start light. Her uncle just died. He had a bad
My
cough.
answer may sound rather strange, but do you know if there is a butcher's or slaughterhouse in the area where pigs are killed?
Yes, Fletcher's the man. He was a regular client, owner of a little butcher's shop not far. But Miss Bella didn't want him to come, as long as he didn't treat his awful sickness.
Can you point to his shop on my map?
Certainly.
We were just there, Watson.
Do you know anything about the 2 latest murders?
Oh, goodness me, no. All the girls in the neighborhood are terrified. Who will be next? That's what everyone is asking.
Goodbye, Lucy.
Until next time, perhaps, Doctor.
Oh, rest in peace to your uncle, Lucy. I'm hoping that all the medicine we gave him made him have a comfortable last life. Dear? Comfortable? Her outfit is kind of cute. No, literally, yeah, I've been saying this the whole time. I love their clothes. In fact, let me go see if I can find my number one. Where's she at? I don't know her name. I forgot. I think it's Mary.
I have no reason to go this way.
God, I'm trying to show Sabby the Victorian outfits. They're so cute. But yeah, I love their fashion super much. Where's she might be out on the street. Let me see. Sometimes she's out here. Oh God, I hope we can see her before this day is over. I like her outfit too. Look at this one. So I like pink. So cute. Victorian outfits are amazing. Agreed. Yeah, I'm hugely inspired by the Victorian era. It's and fashion. Absolutely. I wish I could show you her. She's not here. She's yeah, the level of detail in Victorian outfits is so beautiful. And like, it's intricate. Everything's handmade. I'm a fan. I forgot what I was doing. Lucy told me about... Oh yeah, I know where the butcher is. I know where the butcher is. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, the butcher. This isn't quite a slaughterhouse.
There's Fletcher's butcher shop.
We were here for the... See, I came here by myself, and we had to go ask for help. Excuse me, sir. Do you know a slaughterhouse?
I have nothing to ask.
No, okay. Slaughterhouse would probably be, like, down the block, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I was down this alley. Wait, let me look at my map. Is this pet shop? Cobbler's... Fletcher's butcher shop. So where would a slaughterhouse be? It's good to see people interested in Sherlock Holmes. Oh, yeah. This is my first Sherlock Holmes game, but I've been a fan. I would say I'd play more Sherlock games if I had them.
I have no reason to.
I love the adventure, the mystery, the undiscovered truth. You missed one of the most outrageous puzzles, I'll have to say. Unless do you happen to be a Civil War enthusiast who knows the exact dates of every single little war during that time? Because that was a nightmare, including the hats and the flags that they had. Okay, where's the... Oh, is it literally right next door? It's literally right next door. Butcher, meat, and poultry. That's my detective skills at work.
Closed due to illness. If
Oh,
the
that's right.
proprietor is ill, the butcher's block is probably not being used. Perhaps I can use it. Now, where could a sick butcher have got to?
So we're just gonna use his block? This is a pretty busy block. I mean, is it... Oh, ma'am. Where's that old man that was sitting here?
I have nothing to ask.
Where would a sick... Oh, he'd be at the hospital, of course. Watson being cute. Open. Why can't we go to the hospital? Oh.
Yes, if Fletcher is ill, he should be here.
So I got recommended a couple horror games tonight. First I have to check out Layers of Fear. And Martha? Martha is dead. Everybody recommended me horror games. That's so funny. You guys don't know me. Think I want to play those games? Maybe. I would have to be... I don't even know. It would be easier if you were literally all in the same room as me. Maybe I wouldn't be so scared. Okay. Okay. Let's try not to catch anything, and let's look for the butcher. Do I need to talk to... Should I greet him? I should greet him. Hey, what are you doing with that?
Good evening, Dr. Watson.
Good evening, Dr. Gibbons. I have come to see you because I was wondering if, by any chance, you happen to have a patient by the name of Fletcher, a butcher who would have relinquished his shop due to illness. An illness caught during nocturnal encounters, if you catch my drift.
Fletcher is one of the regulars at the clinic. Mercury treatment against syphilis. A night with Venus, a lifetime with Mercury.
That's
He
a...
left London a fortnight ago for the fresh country air. Why is he of interest to you?
Oh, no reason. I'm more interested in using his shop, only for an hour or so. Would he have left his keys with family in the area?
He has none left, but he must have left Hardiman, the cat's meat seller, to oversee his shop. They're in business. They're good friends.
Cat
Do you know
food seller?
where he can be found?
No, but wander around the neighbourhood and listen for his beep beeps. He often passes in front of the clinic. Besides,
Besides what? That's how you end a sentence? Wait a second. Spend a night with Venus and end up on Mercury? Is that what he said? That is hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious, but it's cool. I don't know how to describe how that makes me feel. It's clever. Okay, so we're just gonna borrow his butcher shop. We've got to go find a man that's beep beeping around. He said that sells. Oh, the music is interesting. Sells cat food, but it's not the guy at the pet shop because I know where he's at. Oh, hey, I know that lady.
You're looking for, sweetheart.
She's not beep beeping. What? Oh, is that what they call her? The cat food? Wait, I'm so confused. This lady hates cats, and if you missed last time I played this game, we had to get her. We used her as a distraction against the police. And we put this catnip type like fragrance on her, and 1,000 cats came up and started like, you know, harassing her, and she freaked out, like had a full-on panic attack. It was terrible. It was terrible that we did that. Anyways,
Actually, no.
she hates
I'm
cats.
looking for the cat food seller, Hardiman.
Yeah, I'm not looking for her.
Hardiman? Poor Hardiman. It isn't quitting time for him yet. That gives me some time to wander the streets before he shows up, and with him all the cats hereabouts.
Yo, I appreciate a musician, a fiddler, a violinist, but he's a little loud this morning for me.
Do you know where he lives?
Sure, and for a copper I might even tell you.
Here are a few coins.
You're too kind, Governor. Well, these days I knows that he lives with his mammy on Hanbury Street, in the same place where Dark Annie bled to death.
I don't know where that's at. Oh, like in Bucks Row?
Why did you call him poor Hardiman?
Bah, he's in grieving, of course. Just a few weeks ago he lost his wife, and 3 months before that his girl, poor fella. He was in tatters. Even came to cry on my shoulder, believe it or not.
Goodbye, madam.
Well, I must leave you. I must go to Hanbury.
Wow, it is lively out here. Good sir, young man. It's lovely, but can you chill out?
I have nothing to ask.
I can't even concentrate. Yeah, ooh. Alright, now, what did she even tell me? Because I could barely hear what he was saying. It was so loud. His mom probably sent him outside to go practice because she didn't want to hear that at home. Okay, who was I just talking to? Danny. Okay, what did she tell me about the cat man? She said, "You looking for me?" No. Da-da-da-da-da. He lives with his mammy. About the word she used? On Hanbury Street. Okay, Hanbury Street, where somebody bled to death. He's grieving. Everybody died. Okay, so I need to find Hanbury Street. Now, I thought that Annie died on Bucks Row. Hanbury Street? Get my map out. I love that there's no words on this, actually. That you can, like, that are, like, legible. Just street. Yardle Street. Philosophy. It'd be cute if they put the actual names of the street on this map. Let me see, is it a map of London that I need? Just to make sure, because sometimes... Oh, it is! Intuition! Hanbury Street. Right?
This is
Yeah,
the building in
that's...
which poor Annie Chapman was killed.
That's right! Oh, there he is! Oh, this is giving Sweeney Todd, lady, watch out! Scare me! Hey. What's that say? Hard, whatever cats meet. Hey.
Beep, beep.
I remember this guy.
Are you Mr. Hardiman? That's me.
Hey.
I am Dr. Watson. I have come to see you about Fletcher's shop. I would like to use it for an hour or two, if you have the keys and your rates are reasonable.
Do you want to operate on someone in the butcher's?
Not at all.
What?
One of my friends needs it to prepare pig's heads.
Well, why not? Fletcher certainly wouldn't mind, but there's a problem.
What's the problem?
A problem? How so?
This morning, the neighbour above broke his key in the door. The old boy must have already had a drink.
So?
Well, I tried my best to unjam it with Fletcher's spare key, which is pretty thin, and bam, that one broke too.
Hard luck. But if you have the end of the broken key, perhaps it can be fixed.
It must still be upstairs. I didn't pick it up. Fletcher has a key too, so I didn't think it was a problem. Fancy if I just had another key with a simpler blade, I could copy it. I'm great at odd jobs.
Fine, I will try to find all of that. Well, see you later then.
Goodbye, sir.
My brain keeps drifting off into another planet because it's that time for me. So he broke a key with a key. It was a broken key. He broke a key. I need to get up to... Where do I need to go? Who? Where do I have to go, dude? Look at this place. I mean, he's breathing. That's a good sign. Was it a... Wait, I'm sorry that I'm not paying attention to everybody. I'm so sorry. It's not like I'm not trying. I am trying. Must still be upstairs. I didn't pick it up. Fletcher has a key too, so I didn't think it was a problem. If I just had another key with a simpler blade, I could copy it. So wait. It must still be upstairs? So it's not here then, right? It's gonna be back at Fletcher's place, right, man? That's what you're trying to tell me? It's not gonna be here. I would eat right now, actually. I would eat whenever I'm hungry if I could. Okay. Oh, yeah. Fletcher's.
I have no reason to go that way.
What? I thought we were going to the butcher shop.
No reason to go that way.
The neighbor above broke his key in the door. Okay, so, like, we're supposed to go to the butcher's place, which is where I just clicked on. He's saying that the neighbor broke his key in the door. Where are we supposed to go? It must be upstairs. I didn't pick it up. Fletcher has a key too, so I didn't think it was a problem. Fancy. If I just had another key with a What do you mean upstairs? Upstairs where? What the heck? Up here. Oh, wait. Oh, cat's meat. He lives here? Richardson packing case maker. That's good. Oh my gosh. Open. Oh, so creepy to be here again. He said upstairs. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait, oh.
No. But what a... Oh, how dreadful.
See, I don't... Like, obviously this is a site, but I don't know how, like, what kind of opinion I'm about to give, like, how it was received, but people all over the place eat all kinds of things. You know, like, cats and whatever. So, I don't really feel like that's a big deal. It's more of a deal, I feel like, in the West because we domesticate cats and dogs and stuff like that. But people have pet cows and pet ducks and pet chickens. Like, I just feel like just eat things and love things too and just respect stuff. And people have to eat stuff like this to survive. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal to me. I don't know.
Kebabs, the same as Hardiman's. So he prepares his meat here.
I'm telling you, I would eat a cat. If I had to. Do you know what I mean? I'd eat every animal. Because I'll eat them all. Do you know what I mean? If that's what, like, I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to say, like, I respect the animal, I eat the animal.
My word. These are innards.
He's a little more sensitive about this than I am. Look at this giant knife!
This bag contains butcher's equipment.
Why is he so shocked? Is it because he's running a food operation up here in this closet type room? Is that it? Is it the sanitariness of it all? Oh, here's the key.
Where can I find a key with a simpler blade? On a worthless door, perhaps.
Okay, so we have a broken key. Now we have to find a simpler key. Now, they did say that lady who passed away, Liz, they said she had a key in her pocket. Can we perhaps get hers? That's the only key that I know about, Watson. Oh, we're in the backyard. This is creepy to be here. Let me look around, though. Oh, in the bathroom?
This key was left inadvertently.
Wow.
Indeed, there is nothing terribly precious inside. But what a stench.
Who? I'm just following like whatever my brain wants. So thank God it's leading me down the path because I could have been looking for hours for that. Absolutely. Also, it's I guess I was about to ask like who locks an outhouse, but you do lock the bathroom. The only thing is you don't usually lock a bathroom from the outside, you know? And maybe they do it so like nope, not like just anybody can use it. Wait, let me give him these keys. He said that he's good with keys.
Have you found everything I need to remake the key?
I think so.
There you go. I think you'll manage with all of this.
I'm sure I will, sir. It won't take me long.
The butcher's upstairs.
Say, I think there's some of your business upstairs.
Oh, you're right. I ain't had the time to sort it out.
Dang, the sound effects are really something today.
To prepare my meat that I forget to clean up.
Like the dogs in the background.
In the stairwell. Offal bleeds bucket loads, they do, as you've seen. Now, why would I do that in my own lodgings?
Ah, of course. But what about your poor neighbours?
They owe it to me, all the times I've helped them out. And I don't have a shop either.
Yeah, man, you do what you have to do to survive. Like, look at this place. You can't judge these people. Pigs' heads.
Say, you sell animal meat, isn't that right? Would you know where I could find a dozen small pig's heads?
The guy who gets me my offal should have some.
What's
I'll
his
pay
name?
your day's wages if you meet me at Fletcher's butcher shop in 2 hours with the pig's heads. Here's a little advance.
I'll do my best, Doctor.
I just feel like his day's wages, that's not enough. He needs to pay this man for real. Because, like, his day's wages plus the pig heads that he doesn't even have to get. He doesn't normally sell pig heads. So I feel like Watson's shorting him a little bit right there.
The caretaker of another building told us that the place where your mother lives has a reputation for facilitating prostitutes' activities. Is that true?
Sure, the doors are never closed. They come through here like it's Paddington Station.
By the way, I heard about your loss. My condolences.
Ta, sir. I saw them die slow deaths. My little girl.
Oh, that's right.
Eaten by the disease.
Oh, I forgot.
Thank you, my friend. And
It was him?
Please forgive me for bringing up such painful memories.
Oh.
I must do my rounds. And I will look for what you've asked for.
As for me, I will go and find Holmes, and we will go to the butcher's together. Let's return to Fletcher's butcher shop.
Forgot about his missus and his baby passing away.
Your heads are on the block inside. Say, you wouldn't be the same chap who bought my whole load the other day.
It's possible, but if you want to continue to do business together, you mustn't speak of my presence in the area to anyone.
Don't worry, my lord. I'll be as quiet as a church mouse.
Why are you not dressed in disguise then, Sherlock, if you don't want no one to see you here? Okay, I'm Sherlock. We're about to get some pig heads. Have a good time.
What do you think, Holmes?
I think we're gonna do something with pig heads. Let's go.
Holmes, will you explain the reason and rhyme behind this masquerade?
I thought I asked for 12.
Elementary. We shall conduct an experiment that will allow us to answer a simple question. Does the type of weapon used by the killer correspond to a specific profession?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is like Saw. This is so well done. Like, look at this. This is like, I would screenshot this, you know what I mean? In fact, I think I can. How do I do this on my computer? Watson, look at me again. Watson. Why he really look at me? He really looked at me. You missed it. Because my head was on his head, so you didn't see it, but it was literally perfect timing. He heard me. Ooh, creepy, actually. Let me just look around real quick. Can't help what I'm into. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I like all this kind of things. It's fascinating to me. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. This is like where you slide the carcasses, right?
I need something.
Right?
There is nothing further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope is behind this door.
Okay, we gotta get through this big door, alright? Man, remember when we were in that cellar and I had to like find a way out? That was crazy. Alright, I'm just looking around. I saved the best for last.
And here are our sow's heads. Congratulations, Watson.
You're welcome, Holmes, but what do you really want to do? Take up a collection?
I could have, I literally thought he said he needed 12 of them. S-
This wheel is broken and prevents the door from sliding.
okay, okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Anything else, Sherlock? What's up with the audio going in and out? It's weird. Oh, okay, because it's from this side. What do we have on us? We have a knife. Maybe we can jimmy it.
This wheel is broken and prevents the door from sliding.
Oh, we got one. Okay, didn't realize we could just take that wheel off. Pretty simple.
This wheel is broken and prevents the door from sliding.
All right, put the new wheel on it.
Broken and prevents the door from sliding.
Okay, maybe we need to take off.
There, this door is slightly raised.
Okay, okay. He is such a little genius.
This wheel is broken and
all right,
prevents
it's
the
not.
door from
I'm
sliding.
not the genius, but Sherlock absolutely is.
There is nothing further to find in this room.
Okay, Sherlock. I'm trying to be on your level right now.
This wheel is broken and
He said that the hook raises the door a little bit. I thought that would lift it up so that we could like exchange the wheels. But no, maybe I can use a knife now? Exactly that. Perfect. Look at this.
elementary. While I prepare our experiment, could you find me 2 knives? A small one, somewhat larger than a pocket knife, with a large, sharp blade. We'll need it to separate the bones and to cut through the thick skins. Then find me a long knife that's at least 13 inches long, no shorter, that's sharp and has a thick blade.
Fine, Holmes, but I'd like to tell you about Hardiman. Do you know that he prepares his kebabs himself, and...
That he owns butcher's tools and uses offal? That's obvious, Watson. Pray, take my magnifying glass and my rule and get started, Watson. Find me these 2 knives.
They said Hardiman was sick, though. Alright, I'm Watson again. I need to find 2 knives. I'm probably going to go back to where Fletcher was. Let me look through here first. Or maybe they're just in the back? Because that guy had a whole bag of an assortment of knives that one could possibly borrow. Or I could just pick through the knives that Sherlock told me to get.
Thanks to the magnifying glass, I can find a small knife that matches Holmes's description.
I don't remember what he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, Watson. Can I go back and listen to what he said? 2 knives. A small one, somewhat larger than a pocket knife, with a large, sharp blade. Okay? Then a long knife that's at least 13 inches. That's sharp and has a thick blade. So we need a short, slightly larger than a pocket knife, large, sharp blade, thick blade. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of giving pocket knife. I feel like this would be the knife that he wants. And then he wants one that's...
With the rule, I must find a large knife.
This has got to be like 13. Oh, it's not? Or does he mean like the whole blade? This got to be it, right?
Size, 13 inches.
There we go. Put this down. Where's that little knife? Okay, we took the little knife. So, why do we have a magnifying glass, Watson?
Fragments of cartilage.
Oh, that's right. We were looking at his tools to see if he's like chopping through humans.
Fragments of cartilage.
That's not what you would use to. You wouldn't use that like as a slicing somebody's neck unless you're a maniac.
Fragments of cartilage.
I mean, obviously, anybody who's done that is a maniac. But I'm just saying, this killer, Jack the Ripper, is careful. He's not using this meat cleaver.
Large size. Fragments of cartilage.
This one's clean. I just want to make sure, do we get all the clues? Okay, I think we have everything we need, Watson. You only said 2 knives. Watch him yell at me. I think I have everything we need, Sherlock. Excuse me, trying to talk to you.
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
No? Oh, he's so disappointed in me. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's my fault. This is the wrong knife. Wait, this one, this one. Watson.
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
Look, I was already gonna start walking away. I could just feel it. Okay, I got the long one right because there's no other ones that's 13 inches, but this little one is not the right one. I guess it would be this one. He said that the 13-inch blade was a thick one. This is not really a thick blade, so maybe this. Let me measure this one.
Size 8.5 inches.
Nah. And this one's probably 13, but it's too thin.
Size
Oh,
11 inches.
there's only one 13-inch blade, unless he means a meat cleaver. Come on, Watson. Is it me?
Size 10 inches.
Yeah, we have the right blade. Okay, so the little one, it's got to be this one, right? I mean, I guess I don't know my pocket knives. I'm sorry that I'm not a knife enthusiast, although I have a very strong dream and urge to collect daggers someday. Absolutely. And old pistols. Like Think Like a Pirate, those kind of pistols. 15th century type stuff. Anyways, it's either this one or this one. I'm gonna try this one.
No, Watson.
You're pissing me off, man. You can't just tell me no like this. He said 13 inches, no shorter. We have a very different idea of what you want.
Here are the knives you asked for. Be careful, they're awfully sharp. Holmes, I must say that this experiment is making me rather uneasy. Comparing animal heads to these poor women.
You're right, Watson, but this somewhat shocking experiment may help to end this massacre and save other victims. You can be sure of that. Look, these pigs' heads are still bloody, which will suit our experiment perfectly. I have a pocket knife and a scalpel with me. With the 2 knives you just brought me, we have a similar array of weapons as those probably used by the killer. We saw 3 types of throat wounds on the deceased attributed to this man. Those intended to slit the throat, those intended to decapitate, and the more superficial yet mortal wound that led to the death of the unfortunate victim in Dutfield's yard, Miss Stride. With the help of these 4 knives, we are going to try to recreate these wounds on the pigs' heads and see what we can establish about the weapon or weapons used. We may also be able to rule out Miss Stride as a victim of the killer of the other 3.
He talks so much and he doesn't know it's 3:30 in the morning for me. I'm sorry, my gain has been so high this whole time. I'm probably yelling this entire time. So, my apologies. Accidents happen. I'm gonna drop my phone. Okay, so we're gonna do some cuts and see what's what. Identification of the crime weapon or weapons. With the help of your 4 knives, try to reproduce on the 3 pigs' heads the wounds indicated by Sherlock Holmes and determine which type of weapons were used by Jack the Ripper. Click on a pig's head to get a close-up image. Once you have selected one or several knives for each wound, select one or more knives and place them in the crime weapons section. Okay, wait. I thought we had to click on a pig's head.
Let's
Okay.
try to use these weapons
Okay.
on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
Large, deep wound. Not gonna be a scalpel. It's not gonna be this either. It's probably gonna be this. Expert. Like, hi, this is so crazy. This is so crazy that we're doing this. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness. Right? I feel like that's inflict a large, deep wound. Kind of, I feel like, yeah.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade.
So what are you saying? How do you feel about what I just did, Sherlock? Oh, okay, this is probably it. This knife? This doesn't feel like flexible.
Look, Watson, this knife easily penetrates the flesh.
I cannot believe that we are doing this. I feel like this is the one. I'm not even gonna do the rest. Right? Is that how... Oh wait, how do you select the... Oh, we're here. Right? Select the right knife or knives. He's not even letting me... I guess... Okay, we're not done?
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to...
This is absolutely not gonna be it.
This pocket knife is very sharp, but its blade is too thin.
And obviously the scalpel. I'm running out of neck space. This is definitely... I told you this was not it. God, this is...
The wound is too shallow.
Alright, so, Sherlock. I think we have established that this is the correct knife. Have we not? Nice deep gashes.
This knife easily penetrates the flesh.
So, now that we've established that, to use your knife, select them by clicking on them and pass them with the while holding down the left button, Then select one or several by clicking on the checkboxes. Oh, well, yeah, I mean... Okay, there we go. That's it. That's the only knife used for this murder. Wonderful. Wonderful. So glad that we established that. This is crazy.
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
Charming.
What a way of words. Let's try to decapitate. Is he for real right now? Should I put a trigger warning for this?
This knife with a long blade easily slices the flesh, but cannot dislocate the vertebrae.
Really? That's interesting. I'm actually surprised. Okay, so this is not the one. I have to say then this is probably the second best option. Oh yeah, this is the one. You can see it's like going through several layers of skin, the fat and blah.
Look, Watson, this little knife with a wide base can easily slice the vertebrae of our porcine friend.
Great, we got it. That's the knife.
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's yard.
I would say the scalpel or this one, but probably this one. Single quick blade. You know?
In using the cutting edge of this pocket knife's blade, I can scrape the skin.
I feel like this is too thin. This is not it.
This particularly sharp blade can make a deep gash with one quick slice.
What do I know? I'm not a murderer, but Sherlock is. He understands this. He understands the art of this. Okay, I've got the 3 blades, so now how do I drag them to where I think they should go? I feel like I've picked the ones that matter. Can it be multiple knives? Is that what they're trying to tell me? I feel so bad about my gain being up. I was probably being so noisy. But dang, what the heck, Sherlock? Maybe we have to see all of them?
Look, Watson, the blade sinks easily into the flesh.
He seems really excited about that. I tried this one, right? Did I try this one?
In using the cutting edge of this...
Oh yeah, we did that one. And then this one. Put it down! You don't put this down, dude. I can't even put this down.
It cuts through the flesh easily as the blade is so sharp.
Okay, so all 3 of these could have done this.
Elementary.
I guess I could have said that. Wow, okay, so I wonder if I'm wrong then about the other ones. Okay, yeah, I am. So it is multiple knives, which makes sense because I mean you could do a lot with a weapon. You could be really creative.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain
All right,
a large, deep wound to the throat, like those that were...
All right, okay. So what I remembered, it was these 2.
Elementary.
Yeah. Good. All right. You got me, Sherlock.
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools.
Charming.
So we know that this one for sure. This one, he said, nah, it's not going to cut through the vertebrae or whatever he said. This one, though? Nah, it's not looking like it.
The blade of this pocket knife is too thin to reach the vertebrae.
But the scalpel can?
With a scalpel, the wound is too shallow.
Yeah, but What did he say about this one? Because you can't. He said you can't reach the vertebrae with this.
This knife with a long blade easily slices the flesh, but cannot dislocate the vertebrae.
So why isn't it elementary? We did all of those. But it's not.
Let's try to decapitate.
It's not elementary though. This is the one that cuts through the. He said none of the other ones do. Are we really supposed to try to decapitate the pig? Is this a joke? The pig's already decapitated. I mean, are we supposed to? How many cuts does he expect me to make? I feel like, am I supposed to make multiple cuts? Or maybe I'm supposed to do like this. Like maybe he really wants me to.
The blade of this pocket knife is too.
Does he really want me? Hold a second now. Does he really want me to do that? I don't know if I'm really
Look,
supposed
Watson, this
to.
little
Actually,
knife
supposed to decapitate this pig. I'm very overtired. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is super
The blade of
disturbing.
this pocket knife is.
Just trying to win the game. Oh, I get it. Ah. Our killer didn't quite manage to do it. This one would have did it. This one was close, but it didn't. Nope, still not the right knife. It could be any of these things.
Elementary.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you almost got me, Sherlock. That was pretty clever. That was pretty clever. Okay, so basically, we just realized that every single knife could be a murder weapon.
No, Watson.
Wait, select the right knife for knives? Oh, I'm not even... You see how dumb I am? I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, so... The knife has to be sharp. It cannot cut through... It cannot cut through the neck. That's what we established.
No, Watson.
Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere though, Sherlock. We really are. Can you put it back since it's wrong? It has to be sharp. It can't cut through the neck, but it has to be sharp enough to kill you in an instant. Right? Which could be the scalpel or this. You better say yes.
No, Watson.
You gotta be kidding me right now.
That's it, Watson. The big knife.
How is it not the
With
scalpel?
respect to the opinion of the medical
I wasn't paying
examiners who
attention, I'm
noted that
sorry.
the butcher's knife with a long blade would have caused the eviscerations on some of the victims, we can assume, Watson, that he only used this type of weapon as it is capable of inflicting all of the wounds displayed. Furthermore, the Dutfield's Yard murder remains attributable, for the moment, to the Whitechapel killer, if we are able to explain why the murderer used his knife in a different manner. Why not go there now? We will try to reenact the killer's actions that night. Our first objective will be to clarify, one way or another, the statements of Constable Smith, as well as this Hungarian by the name of Schwartz. We must also try to find out more about the International Working Men's Educational Club, underneath which the murder took place, perhaps at the Wasp's Nest.
Yes, let's go to Dutfield's Yard or wherever, but quickly. I am in urgent need of fresh air.
Let's go to the Wasp's Nest.
To the wasp nest. I like that puzzle a lot. You know me. Watson, you look perplexed. Let's get you some fresh air. I'm surprised it hasn't rained one time we've been here. I need a dark, stormy, rainy night. Okay, to the wasp nest. I'm telling you, this is not the best game to play half asleep or delirious. When you're overtired, it's equivalent to drinking, I heard. That's why you can't be sleep deprived and drive. Your brain goes a little loopy, Watson. And that's why I'm having a lot of trouble. Other than my normal having trouble. I'd say it's advanced. I would say it's progressing tonight because it's almost 4 in the morning and I only slept for 6 hours. So let's go.
Don't forget the Bluto may still be hiding here. I will try to find out more inside. You, Watson, must intercept the policeman on his rounds. Given the hour and a bit of luck, it will be Smith. Try to get some information from him.
Yeah, we still haven't even investigated those
Holmes.
2 bodies that Jack murdered back to back. Oh, I don't remember what we're doing here.
If you're looking for some company, Gov, you've come to the wrong place. Me, I'm just here to pour. I don't care who you is, I knows nothing, and I don't care neither.
So she won't talk to me because I'm not a scallywag looking type anymore. She won't talk to a man in a suit. That's okay. I understand why you don't trust me. I am the master of disguise. Hard to trust someone like that.
A draft, my good man.
Your finest Hot chocolate.
Here, sir.
Tell me, was it not a mere stone's throw away from here that the Whitechapel killer struck last week?
That'd be Jack the Ripper, that's his name. Slit the throat of a working girl in a small courtyard over there behind them big wooden doors.
Below the Workers' Club?
The very spot, below Lipsky and Co. I wouldn't be surprised if Jack was one of them, if you catch my drift.
They keep implying this since the beginning. You know, I gave my speech earlier. This xenophobia they have in this game. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't even know if it's part of the lore of Jack the Ripper. I have never heard of that.
Lipsky and Company. Do you mean to say that someone called Lipsky runs this club?
Nah, it's just that it's full of Jews.
See
In
what I'm talking about?
Whitechapel, we call them all Lipskys. Like that Lipsky who killed that girl in Batty Street last year.
Oh, really?
Last year, a Jew named Israel Lipsky killed a lass who was 6 months pregnant by making her drink acid. One trial and one protest by rabbis later, and he was hanging. By those who don't much like him, the Jews are called Lipskys.
Is the term Lipskys used to refer to the Jews in the area, and is this club frequented by Jews?
You got it. Socialist Jews even.
This
They
is-
spend their evenings hollering, singing. I've seen them spitting on the bosses.
I don't even know how to process this whole dialogue that just happened. It's getting worse. We took a back seat, we were done, but like there's so much bigotry happening in this game. Okay? And I don't quite understand if it's crucial to the plot. I'm gonna have to look into that. Not like crucial, like as in, is this something that happened? Was there a Jewish community in London at this time that the locals were trying to scapegoat because that's what people do? It happens all the time in France and like anywhere basically where there are any type of refugees or immigrants or anyone that is a different person. Xenophobia, right? If there's crime, they immediately will blame people who they deem outsiders. And statistically, it's not factual. So I'm just curious if during this time in 1888, if this was what was going on there, and they were blaming like a community of people who are not like from the area, who happen to be Jewish. Do you know? I don't like this man's tone. I don't like his language. He's obviously a bigot type. Do you know what I mean?
And you know the victim?
No more her than any other. The working girls don't drum up business too much in this street. They need a reason to end up here.
Goodbye.
Very well. Goodbye.
Cheers.
You won't be receiving my business any longer. Not a dime.
No, I can't do that.
All right, have you heard about so and so?
Hello.
I know you. You're Squibby's guardian angel. You weren't dressed the same last time, but I
Smart.
don't forget a face. No hard feelings, huh? Join me in a glass?
Only person who recognized that I'm clearly Sherlock.
Your Jack the Ripper is on everyone's lips and written in all of the papers. You must be awfully proud of yourself. You have skill, that's for certain. It's a shame you use it to mask rather than discover the truth.
You better believe that I'm going to find out who it is. I got a hold of old Schwartz's interpreter. You know, the Hungarian who saw Liz Stride get it. Doesn't speak a word of English. And when he went round to the station, another Jew went along to interpret. I found that bloke, and he repeated everything that had been said at the station. It won't be long before I find these fellows.
You think it's multiple people?
Why do you say these fellows? Were there several of them?
Do you not read the papers, or what? Well, given the rubbish that you read sometimes, let me explain. At 12:45 a.m., Schwartz goes down Burner Street towards Fairclough, on the side of the road where the Workers' Club is. A bit further from there, just near Dutfield Yard's wooden doors, a chap and a lady are arguing. The Star said that the bloke wanted to push the girl into Dutfield's yard, but the translator told me that Schwartz saw him pulling her towards the road. She doesn't want to follow. He grabs her by the shoulders and throws her to the ground. She falls a bit, but not too loudly. Old Schwartz is scared, crosses to the other side, but continues in the same direction. The bloke with the girl notices him and yells, "Lipsky!" At the same time, another bloke at the corner of Fairclough and Burner who was lighting his pipe gets in on the action. He starts coming towards Schwartz in a menacing way, and Schwartz takes to his heels, doesn't see anything else. Once he finds out that a woman got herself killed, he went to testify, and identified Longley's stride as the woman he saw getting thrown about. So there were definitely two blokes, mate. But why am I telling you all this?
In vino veritas.
In wine, there's truth. I know this. Okay.
I'll take my leave then, Mr. Bulling.
That's right. Till next time.
All we know is that every witness actually has been like wrong in this game.
First and foremost, I must find P.C. Smith.
Oh, that's right. I have to find P.C. Smith. Are you him?
Good
He's just
evening,
right here.
Constable.
Just like
Good
standing right
evening,
there.
sir.
I am Dr. Watson. Would you happen to be P.C. Smith, the man who patrols this beat?
That's me. And you work with the famous Sherlock Holmes, don't you?
That's
what can I
me.
do for you?
I believe you were on duty the night when the murder took place here. You would certainly be able to confirm a few details, such as the time of death that the medical examiner gave.
It's just that I wasn't there when the body was discovered. I don't think I can help you.
But I was told that you had seen the victim that very night.
Indeed. But it was before the murder. I saw her, not far from here. She was talking to a man. It was around 12:30 or 12:35 a.m.
So like 15 minutes before she's potentially being murdered. Is that what you're saying?
What did this man look like?
I only saw him from behind, really. He was wearing a short black outfit, a small felt hat like a cap in a dark colour, and a white collar. He seemed to be a respectable type. He was carrying a packet in his hand wrapped in newspaper, about 18 inches long and about 6 inches wide.
You got the
His
measurements?
outfit reminds me of someone that I know. Was he a large man, on the older side?
I don't think so, no. Even though I only saw him from behind, I would say that he was barely 30 years old, or even less. Say 28, or even less. 26 years old, and 5 foot 8 inches tall at the very most. He had a small dark brown moustache and an olive complexion, I would say.
I don't know
But
about it
once
like
again,
that.
I only caught a brief glimpse of his face in 3/4 profile.
This guy's a professional. I mean, he knows how to give a witness statement, I'll say.
Nobody else saw this man?
I discussed this previously with Mr. Eagle, the president of the Workers' Club. That night he returned around 12:40 a.m. to the club. He used the passage through Dutfield's yard to get into the club because the main door was locked. He can attest that he didn't see anyone else in the passage at that time, but wasn't really paying attention to who else might have been in Burner Street itself. He was listening to the song coming from the club. In short, no one else saw him.
Well, thank you for having satisfied my curiosity, my friend.
A fine evening to you, Doctor.
And to you, Smith. Dutfield's Yard, night of October 7th, 8th, 1888. What? You control Sherlock? Oh.
Well, Watson, let's go to Dutfield's yard.